Hello, Jesse here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we are. And here we go. I'm parked in a parking lot right now where I have done a little bit of business here. And when I say business, I'm talking about I have gone into these businesses to receive a product or an item, paid for it, got my package, left, and went on my way. And I feel like God is calling me and or directing me to no longer do business in this area. And not just this area, but specific businesses in this parking lot for a period of time. You might be like, well, Josie, why are you telling us this? Well, I've mentioned this before, that God will remove you from certain spaces, places where you are not respected. You're not respected, you're not wanted, you're not treated fairly. He will remove you from these places and from these spaces. It's one of those things, okay, you're not welcome. Well, dust your shoes off, dust your feet off, and leave. Leave that area, leave that place. And I was thinking to myself, well, why? Why should I? This is the area that I'm in. This is where I am currently located. And God He said this, He just let me know this one thing. He's been saying this to me the last few days. And I heard this from another content creator on YouTube. He said, or she said, your name in the mouths of your enemies is a blade to their throat. Just kept reminding me about that. Your name in the mouths of your enemies, and I added this part, known and unknown. Enemies that I know and enemies that I do not know, is a blade to their throat. So I said, okay, damn. All right. I had not watched that video in probably a few years. And that one statement that was said, it's just stuck out. And I kept hearing that statement again. Your name in the mouths of your enemies is a blade to their throats. Okay. All right. So he's letting me know that I have enemies in this area. I have enemies, unnecessary, unwarranted, unjustified enemies all around me. And these enemies are speaking ill on my name, ill on my character, ill on me as a person. And they're wanting to cast me out. They're wanting to see me fall. They're wanting all these negative things to happen, right? But anything that they said about me, any way that they've come against me, as God just reminded me, it's a knife, it's a blade to their own throat. They're cutting themselves. So by me being, in a way, not wanted or not liked or disrespected or talked down about in this area that I'm currently in and have been for a minute, and I have not done anything of negativity to anybody in this area. Nothing. As I said, I've frequented businesses. I've been respectful, polite, and yet and still, enemies open their mouths to talk down on my name and on my character. So my question is, if my name in the mouths of my enemies is going to bring a blade to their throat, what about the ones that are not speaking ill on my name, that are not attacking me, that are not wanting me to leave? What about those individuals? Do I really have to? And he's saying, no, you don't have to. No, you don't have to. But he's calling me to. Because it's those that are for me that I have gone into their business. I have been respectful, polite, so on and so forth. I've been a good energy. It's these individuals that now, in a way, have to stand up for me. If they want me to be in this area, if they want me around, if they want my presence, if they want my kindness and so on and so forth, they have to stand on business. They have to stand on truth. They cannot allow the enemy to take it away from them if they want it. I had just heard the song, old school song, if you want it, you can get it with your love. If you want it, you can get it with your love. So if they want it, they can get it with their love. You have people that will beg people to stay with them. Stay with me. Don't you want me, baby? I want you to want me. And they're begging someone to stay that wants to leave. That is no good. That is evil and cruel, but they're wanting this person to stay because it hurts so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. You make it hurt so good. See? I tell ya. Eye-opening. Eye-opening indeed, I tell you. He wants me to go where I'm wanted. He wants me to go where I'm respected. He wants me to go where I'm treated with the same kindness and love and respect that I give. I just heard the song Everyday People. That I give to everyday people. Not just wealthy people, not just popular people, not just a certain ethnicity of people. No, that I give to everyday people. These are individuals that were expecting their behaviors, some of these enemies, known and unknown, expecting their ill behaviors to make me crash out. And these are the same individuals that are going to be crashing out. These are the same individuals that are going to be crashing out themselves. You know, the ones that want individuals to stay with them, but they're not good for them. The individuals that want these connections, these relationships, these businesses, these social networks. They want everything that is just not good for them. That's what they want. They want the blessings of everybody else, but they don't deserve the blessings that other people get because they haven't done the work. That's the thing. That's the issue. That's the problem. Is that these individuals are in a way just toxic. And it's not until they themselves go through that same treatment that they expel to other individuals that they end up suffering. They have to. They have to suffer. They have to go through it. They have to go through it. They have to suffer. It's enemies. Enemies. Evil. Cruel. Wicked. Enemies. They have to go through it. They have to. You know, so the same energies that want to kick you out, that want you to expel you, make you out to be the bad guy, the bad person, whatever. These are the same individuals that will have to go through that same treatment, that same ordeal, and that's why God said, your name in the mouths of your enemies are going to be the blade to their throat. So what I get from that also is some of these people are going to speak our name or talk about us to the wrong people. The ones that do love us, that do care about us. They're going to tell some foul things or speak some foul things on our name, and they're going to be taken out, or they're going to be hurt by people that are for us. I just heard, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Yeah, you have soldiers that are in the army of the Lord, but then you have also soldiers that are on the devil's team. So it's really a battle between, I just heard, angels and devils. Angels and demons. Yeah, that's what I heard. It's a fight between angels and demons. It's a fight between good and evil. And some of these individuals, they have to be taken out because that line from Why Did I Get Married? You're just so damn evil. You're just so damn evil. That scene with Marcus where he just got really, really super frustrated. You're so damn evil. Yeah, that's what I just heard. Some of these people are just so damn evil that they need to be taken the fuck out. They need to be taken the fuck out. They need to be taken out. They need to have to go through the same behavior and or treatment that they've put other people through. And they're not gonna know until they go, until they go through it themselves. They're not going to understand it until they go through it themselves. They're not going to understand it until they go through it themselves. Because they've put so many other people through it. They've taken so many people through it. They've hurt so many people. They've affected so many other people. And I'm not just talking about affected the people that they've lied on or that they've hurt. They've affected other people with their lies against individuals that has messed up their lives. So you have people that have intentionally come for us. And now I'm speaking about us. People in just us that have been through the trials and been through the fires and been through the cruelty and the mess and the hatred and the disrespect in these areas, in these spaces, in these places, right? We've been through this crap already. We've been through it. We've had to deal with it. And there are individuals that have to go through it themselves. They have to. They have to. They have to go through it. That's the part that a lot of people don't get or understand. Is that you can play all the games that you want. You can tell all the lies that you want. You can deceive and trick and manipulate and do all that crap. But it eventually is going to catch up to you. It's going to catch up to you. And I think that's the part that I just heard that one line from R. Kelly. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how people can just do the most wretched. I just heard wretched. The most wretched of acts and behaviors against good people and expect to come out the other end clean and not having any kind of trauma. I don't get it. I don't understand that. I don't. They don't expect that they're going to succumb to any of the same cruelty that they have doled out to other individuals. And that's the other dull. That's the other part of it too, dull. Dole out. Dull. Their behavior is like the attacks are dull. That's the other part I get from it too. The attacks now are dull. They're not even landing the way that they expect them or they want them to. The intentions or the acts or the behaviors or the tactics, they're dull. They're old and dull. I just see a blade. Okay, so here's the other part of that too. I see a blade. This person has been a weapon in the lives of other people. They've been a weapon. And they're old and they're dull. And they're just rusty. And not really even like rusty, they're just old and dull. The attacks don't work anymore. Whatever manipulative behaviors that they were doing, like they're still trying to engage in those manipulative tactics, and they're old and they're dull. That's the part I get from it. They're old and they're dull. They can't make it work anymore. They can't make it work anymore. Nothing that they do and or try is landing the same way that it was years ago. And you have people from years ago that were subjected to their manipulation or their lies or their evil or their cruelty, and their blades are sharp. Now I just heard the song by Billy Joel, Stiletto. She's so good with her stiletto. You can't even, you don't even mind you don't even mind the blade. You can't even feel the blade. So yeah, yeah, but they're gonna feel it. Now I just heard the song by Michael Jackson. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? The Jackson 5. Can you feel it? They're going to feel it. They're going to feel it. So the same actions, intentions, behaviors that they've been engaging in, there are younger individuals that are just as they're skilled. They're skilled. They can use themselves as a weapon as well too. Their truth as a weapon, their honesty as a weapon, their beliefs as a weapon as well too. And they're going to cut this person that is old and dull. Their behaviors are old and dull. It's going to cut this person like a blade to their fucking throat. Yeah. They're going to be cut. I just heard that song by, you need to cut it. Cut it. They're going to be cut because they need to be cut. They need to be cut. They need to be cut. They need to go through that feeling of being cut. Now I just heard the song by At the Drive-In, One Arm Scissor. The line goes, cut away, cut away. They're going to be cut away. Wow, this is deep. This is deep, and God is giving this all to me. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Their behaviors are unnecessary. Their acts of cruelty are dull and boring and old and tired. And it's now time for them to be cut the same way that they've been cutting other people. The same way that they've been lying on other people, using their tongue as a weapon. Tongues are going to be used against them as weapons of truth and honesty and clarity. Because there's been a lot of, I heard the song Everybody Talks. There's been a lot of talk. A lot of talk. A lot of lies. A lot of talk and a lot of lies from people. A lot of talk and a lot of lies said about God's children in an attempt to discredit them, make them look bad in the eyes of others, as well as to get people on their side and on their team maliciously. So even people that were on their side, that were engaging in the evil, wicked, cruel behavior, even those people are turning. Those people are turning on these old and dull individuals whose acts and tactics are just tired. They're tired and old. Unnecessary. Ridiculous, I heard. I just watched a show from Martin the other night where David Allegretti was on there as the Reverend. He said, "Tyrant, tyrant." They're tired. They're tired. The antics, the manipulative acts, the cruelty, the abuse, the arrogance as well too, because a lot of people are arrogant. Their behaviors are arrogant, cocky. And they've been doing this stuff for so long that they've gotten to this level, this high level of arrogancy and cockiness, thinking that their acts and their tactics are like sharp, but they're dull and they're tired. There we go. That's it. That's it. And they're going to be cut by people that were a part of their group, as well as people that are on God's side. So, oh, thank you, God. Wow. Wow. So I mentioned earlier, you have soldiers in the army of the Lord, and then you have soldiers on the devil's team. Well, some of the soldiers on the devil's team have actually flipped. They flipped and switched sides because they did not realize that they were on the devil's team. They did not realize. They did not get it. And the behaviors that they were engaging in were devilish, cruel, wicked behaviors. And they thought that they were justified in doing so. And they acted in the manner that they acted in because they were gaslit. I just heard gaslit. Actually, I saying gaslit, but the phrase that was used or that's used is, you don't have to gas me up. They were gassed up by other individuals to do the attacks against us, and they're suffering. They're suffering, and that's why they're switched. Okay. I understand now. Okay. I understand now. These people are gassed up. They were gassed up into a certain behavior, into certain behaviors that they themselves knew. They knew it was wrong, but they still engaged in those behaviors anyway because they wanted to, okay. They still engaged in those behaviors because it was going to gain them something that they wanted. And they thought that the person, I'm one of them, there are many others though, the person that they were attacking and or that they were doing these cruel and evil and wicked things against, they thought they were justified in doing so. So they saw it as a win-win, and I discussed this before. I talked about this before. People seeing certain behaviors or certain wins, certain things as a win-win situation. Oh, it's a win-win situation. Not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. Not everything is a win-win situation, and you'll have people that will believe that they're in a win-win situation in regard to something, and they're not. They're in a lose-lose situation. They're in a lose-lose. And that's the problem that they have, the anger that they have inside of them, is that they were made to believe that they were in a win-win situation in what they were engaging in, and they found out later that it was a lose-lose situation because they're losing. They're losing. I just heard that song by Prince. Old School Company. Yeah, it's time to get back to the ways of honesty, doing things on the up and up. I just heard old school. Doing things on the up and up, not being malicious, not being manipulative in your behavior, being honest, being upright, upstanding, because that's the way of the world. Just heard that song. That's Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's the way of the world. Yep. That's the way of the world. That's what I just heard. That's going to be the way of the world, is actually what I just heard. That's going to be the way of the world. That line, like it never even happened, from I can't remember the name of the business, safes, something, yeah, like it never even happened. No, these individuals are going to be going in the behavior. Thank you. I'm going in the direction of real talk. Always real talk on here. Always real talk. going back to the reality or the attitude of you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you might find you get what you need. A lot of these people wanted what they wanted and would do anything possible to get it, even if that was engaging in these evil, wicked, cruel behaviors, and then feeling justified in doing so because of who they're going against. And they were lied to, and they were deceived and manipulated and set up to go against and or do these things. And so now it's time to go back to, you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. And if you think you're going to get what you want by being evil, wicked, and cruel and engaging in reckless behavior, wretched. I just heard wretched from the Cosby Show. And wretched behavior, then you're going to get what you deserve. So it's almost like a flip on that song. If you think you can get what you want by being wretched, you're going to get what you deserve. Yeah. That's what I just heard. They ain't ready. I just heard the opening song from I just heard the song from It's My Time, Mia X. And Sota Shaka goes, y'all ain't ready. Forget being ready. Y'all ain't ready. These people are not ready. Woo! Woo! These people are not ready. They're not ready. They are not ready. Oh, damn. The ones that are on their way out, they're not ready to be on their way out. They don't want to go. I just heard this song by Jennifer Holiday, You're Gonna Love Me. I'm staying, and you gonna love me? No, you're leaving. And all, the love is gone. That's what I just heard. They're leaving, and all the love is gone. All of it. All the love, all the like, all the respect is gone. Gone. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no turning back. Ain't no coming back. There is no apology. There is no apology. Woo! Oh, my goodness. Wow, I take my glasses off for this. There is no apology. There is no apology. This is going to be a long one, y'all. I'll split it up. This is coming right off the dome. This is coming right off the top. Right off the dome. There is no apology. There's no apology. There's no respect. There's no love. There's no moving forward. There's... Hey, he's cute. There is no moving forward. There is no... Oh, goodness gracious. Because the time that they had to turn the beat around. The times that they had to turn things around to go in a different direction. Okay, alright. Okay. I just heard hell no. Time that they had to take it in a different direction, to do something different, to change their attitude, to change their course. They said, hell no. Hell no. I'm going to keep doing this. Everybody that had a chance or an opportunity to actually do the right thing, to make the right choice, they said, hell no. because they saw it as being in a win-win situation, and it was not. They're not in a win-win situation. They're in a lose-lose situation. And a lot of the same people that they got to help out and or do the acts and the evil and the wickedness and all that, like, they are fucked. Oh, they are fucked. They are fucked. Yeah, they're fucked. God has told me it's okay. You can say that word. Because there's a reason why I'm using that word. That's another thing too. There's a reason why I'm using the words that I'm using. Even if they're cuss words. I'm using them correctly. I'm using them correctly. Even if they're cuss words, I'm using the cuss words correctly. So therefore, I don't have to worry. Okay. Got it. I got it. What's going to end up happening to them? Oh, goodness gracious. I just heard death after death after death after death after death after death. So basically, it's going to be multiple deaths. And I've already discussed this before too as well. There are in fact many different ways that an individual can die. Not just, dying from your 3D body, but your career, your finances, your relationships. Like, there are many different ways that you can die. Your social status. The way people look at you and see you and view you as a human being, as a person. There can be a death to like how people once used to see you. There can be a death to how people treat you. So people treating you in a toxic manner. Oh, wow. And I just heard again, y'all ain't ready. Y'all are not ready. These individuals are not ready for the deaths that are going to be happening to them in their lives. And yes, there are going to be individuals. There are going to be individuals, loved ones of these people that are going to be dying as well too. There are going to be people that they love, people that if they had gone through the same thing that they had put us through, oh my goodness, they would not have been able to handle it. They would have died. So now it's time for them to go through some things that, oh my God. Oh, wow. God just told me now it's time for them to go through some things that He knows they will not be able to handle. And that's the deaths of their reputations, their family members, loved ones. You remember I told you old blades? Old and dull? Oh. Some of these old and dull blades are going to pass away. Oh, damn. Gotta go. Bye.